Yeah, Richard, I can explain you, of course, about this if you want, about this Sound of Soul.
Yeah, it's amazing.
If you have time, I can explain you. You want to
Yes,
hear?
please. Yes, of course. Because I want to open a clinic in Bali, using the sound, frequency, water. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, my background, my father is a musician. So I learned many instruments, like 10 years violin and guitar and piano. And I learned, he spent a lot of money for me that I learned a lot of instruments. And then with 18, 19, I started chemistry and physics and water engineering. But later, through Emoto and my work in Russia, I saw that if you take water and expose it to sound, it changes.
Yeah.
No matter if it's ultrasound or X-ray or music, just vibration. It can be physical wave like the sound, or it can be electromagnetic like mobile phone. And then about 2000, I met Emoto. In 2004, I opened his laboratory. And then I had a very big problem with Emoto's works that not everybody could make nice water crystals. That's very interesting. So the person making the crystals have a very big influence. And this makes it very difficult because water is vibration. And I said it's like an instrument. If I give you a violin, I give you the best violin. I have here many violins here in my room. If I give you now a very good violin, then I would say, please, Richard, play for me. And you say, I cannot play. Then I can say, why? You have the best ingredients. So the same is with the water. The funny thing is when you make water crystals, some people are very talented and some people are not talented making it, even if the procedure is the same. The more you are in the head, the less it works.
Okay. So it's not about consciousness. Yeah? It's about joy, maybe.
It's about presence.
The presence.
If you're in your head and think, you're not present. You cannot think and be present at the same time. The moment you're 100% present, you don't think, you just are. And children many times are much better than spiritual masters. So I had the problem when people come to my laboratory and said, now I pray to the water. And we tested from all around the world, from Buddhists, Muslims, Christian, Native Indian, no matter, yogis, whatever. And then I see a little child playing with the water, make the most beautiful crystal, having no religious education. Yes. And I was wondering why. You can say this stupid child, not stupid, of course, this wonderful child makes this beautiful crystal, but then whatever big guru, wherever, everywhere you have gurus, makes not this crystal. I didn't understand. And then understood, the more you are in your heart, the more you are present. Because the heart beats always now. The brain is always in the horizontal movement. If I take the frequency of the heart of a person, no matter if he is black or white or big or small, healthy or sick, if I take the frequency of the heart of a person, I get beautiful crystals. The magic is the heart. And that's what touched me the most. And I can see this and I can repeat this. And then I thought, how can I implement this? And now we take the frequency of the heart medical, sympathetic, parasympathetic activity, and I translate this. So this is what I do. Where do I have? Here. So what I do here is, you see, I made research with amniotic liquid, pregnant women, and I did a lot of testing here with homeopathy and with plant extracts and all kinds of things. This is the water company I just talked. This is amazing. If you have this crystal, then you're just a check. This is research I did in Russia with music, here about different angles, about salt, about pyramids.
Can you show me the picture, that one on number 11?
No, this was of a pregnant woman, the water inside her.
Okay.
Amniotic liquid, the water in her body.
Oh, yes.
Okay, yes. So,
what do you find that in amniotic liquid? Amniotic liquid.
Amazing. This is holy water.
Holy water, yeah.
Holy water, yes.
Amniotic liquid is holy water, yeah.
Absolutely.
Give a good crystal.
Yes, of course. This is why every woman is holy. Absolutely. Absolutely. She makes the life. She gives us the baby. We men cannot make a baby. That's why we should treat the woman better.
Yeah.
Yes. This is about electricity, changing pH just by coherence. This is from Gerald Pollack.
So it's possible to make coherency between the heart and the brain, coherent state.
Yes.
Like the brain must make, they have the divide for that.
Yes, this is what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is here, I take the frequency of the heart. Yes. And I calculate this to sound and music. This is the whole calculation. Every number is a Tesla number. And then I calculate this until I reach the light. So I calculate this further, until I get from the heart frequency to the sound and to the light.
So you can help really people with problem with mental, for example, global delay. So you take the heart and you put the music, and then there will be coherency between the brain and the heart.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. But I don't help them. They help themselves.
Yes, I understand.
I just take a mirror. I take
Yeah.
your heart frequency and translate it back. I take your heart frequency and translate it. It's like the tuning forks. You know, you hit a tuning fork.
Yeah. Can you make an individual frequency?
Yes, of course. We have beautiful results. We had a boy here where I live with sleeping problems, autistic boy. And after a few treatments, he could sleep beautifully.
So how is the mechanism? I have to record the heartbeat or how?
The mechanism is, we take, this is my device. This is the device. I take you and your child, or the mother and the child, I take the heart frequency, like in AKG. You know the AKG. I take the AKG. Okay. I take the AKG and then I translate the frequencies into sound and into light. So your grandchild starts to play music. His heart plays music. So you need, of course, a technology. This is what I'm doing. And Emoto supported me a lot. So, and there's something called, in medicine, it's called heart rate variability. The variability of your heartbeats.
Yeah, heart rate variability.
HRV. HRV, wonderful. Yeah. And for me, it's the same like the water crystals. I never get the same crystals, and I have never the same heartbeat. This means that you are alive, Richard, because you don't have two heartbeats which are the same. Every one has a different, but every heartbeat of you is different than the one before.
Okay.
Which is the same like the snowflake. So I can make water crystals out of your water. I will never get the same. It's impossible.
Okay.
Because repetition is death. Repetition is instant death. Stupidity is repetition. Yes?
Yeah.
This is just how it is. So because water is alive, it reacts on all vibration, and your heart is alive. So which means you have never the same heartbeat. And now it's like this, because you have always a different heartbeat, you always play a different sound and a different color. So, and this is, for example, the music of a 40-year-old lady playing violin and flute, played by her heart.
So yes, you can convert the heartbeat to music, yeah?
Of course. You can play any instrument, but you cannot hear anything now. And now you can hear. You can hear?
Yes.
But what I can see is that the heart opens, the heart changes. Yes? The other
I can
one.
hear that. The heart.
Because my main work today is not the water laboratory. My main work is the translation of heart frequency to sound and light.
Can you do
Yeah.
that for healing?
But anyways, my main work today, come here, is a translation of heart frequency to sound and light. This is a technology I have now in 30 countries. But this is a therapy, so I translate the heart frequency into sound and light. And Emoto was my biggest supporter. And this is where I let's say my office makes the main.
So
money.
can we do for healing people with, let's say, autism with this?
We have very good results. Yeah, we always say we don't heal nobody. We translate your body frequency into sound and light, and your body starts to heal itself. And we had coma patient waking up. Coma patient, listening to their own frequency, because I can connect you with your wife or with your child, translate both heart frequencies. This is mathematics. This is for medicine. We have the AKG here. And then you experience yourself. But this is my main work. But back to your work now, and to the question.
Okay.
So if you're
We
interested,
will
of
talk
course,
about that later.
yeah, you just
soul
have
sound.
Yeah, I can show you where. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting.
Okay. So let's leave it like this.
So you think if you work on that, we can put in the water, right, as a frequency? Certain frequency we put in, no, cannot also, because there is no overtune.
I think if I would be you, I would use gold, and I would use sound.
Okay.
Maybe also, of course, in the big, in the water plant, there's a lot of noise, machines and everything. But I think the most important thing, I would use gold if I would be you. Gold has to come to water. I can see it under the microscope. If people say this is nonsense, I can say, okay, look through the microscope, or I don't care. But this is, so if I would be you, I would use the gold. It's not a big investment. Yes. Also very good as a commercial, because if you write here, flown through gold.
Wow.
It is people identify with it. It's a difference, because you can say Coca-Cola, which is maybe nicer. You can say flown through gold. It's a gold water.
Okay.
So this is what I would do. You know the work of Gerald Pollack?
Yes.
Yes, he's a friend of mine. I gave many lectures together with him already. Okay. And there's a very nice gentleman in Russia. His name is Vladimir Voykov. And you can literally see that water, when it gets a vibration from outside, if it's music or gold or sunlight or infrared or whatever, if it's a harmonic frequency, you get harmonic hexagonal shapes. So this is, And I always try to compare this with an orchestra. So I try to put many good influences.
Okay.
So this is what I try to say. But I think you have a good water. And yeah, I would put the gold there. And if you want, I come to Indonesia again, Badung
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Jakarta and different places.